To the people of Anchorage, Alaska, Robert Hansen was a quiet man, a hardworking baker, a devoted husband, a father. He was well-liked. No one suspected a thing. But beneath that friendly smile lurked a cold-blooded killer. For over 10 years, women vanished without a trace. Dancers, sex workers, young women passing through town. Some were last seen getting into a car with a mild-mannered man. Their bodies, if found at all, were scattered across the frozen wilderness. The truth was worse than anyone could imagine. Hansen did not just kill, he hunted. It started in the early 1970s. He would kidnap women, chain them in his basement, and assault them for days. Then he would fly them deep into the Alaskan wilderness in his private plane. At first, they thought they were being set free, but then they heard footsteps. Hansen stalked them through the trees, a rifle in his hands, a twisted smile on his face. He hunted them like animals. For years, police had no leads. Hansen was a respected businessman, a family man, the last person anyone would suspect. And every time police questioned him, he played the victim. He told them women were lying to ruin his life, and they believed him. Until one woman escaped. 17-year-old Cindy Paulson ran barefoot down the street, handcuffed, terrified. A driver stopped. She told him everything. A man had abducted her, chained her, tortured her. Then he took her to an airport, said they were going on a trip. But when he turned his back, she ran for her life. She told police exactly who had taken her. Robert Hansen. Hansen was questioned, but he had an alibi. He said Cindy was lying, that she just wanted money. Once again, police hesitated to believe a young sex worker over a respected businessman. But one detective saw through the lies. Glenn Floth looked deeper. He found a pattern. The missing women were the same age, the same background. It all led back to one man. Hansen was not harmless. His past was violent. He had been arrested for theft, arson, even assault. But every time, he walked free. Floth was convinced Hansen was the killer, but they needed proof. So they brought in the FBI. Psychologists built a profile. Hansen matched it perfectly. A man who looked normal on the outside, but hid a monster within. With this evidence, police got a search warrant. What they found was horrifying. A hidden stash of jewelry, trophies from his victims, a collection of weapons, and worst of all, a map. It had dozens of marks, deep in the Alaskan wilderness, burial sites. Hansen had no way out. He finally confessed. He admitted to murdering at least 17 women, but police believe the real number was much higher. In 1984, Robert Hansen was sentenced to 461 years in prison. He died behind bars in 2014. His twisted game was over, but the terror he brought to Alaska still haunts the state to this day. Follow for more true crime stories.